All right, everybody. Ready to dive into a world you might not even know
Oh,
exists?
I know I am.
Today, we're exploring the often overlooked,
Yeah,
yet surprisingly crucial
yeah.
world of glial cells.
That's a fascinating area.
I know. We used to think glial cells were just the glue holding the brain together,
Right.
but turns out
Turns out
they're way more important than that.
way more.
So get ready to unlock some serious brain power as we explore the unsung heroes of your nervous system.
We've got some research excerpts here that are going to blow your mind.
They're really incredible.
I know. So
Yeah.
to kick things off, can you give us like a quick definition of what glial cells are and why they're so important?
Yeah, so in the simplest terms, glial cells are non-neuronal cells in your nervous system. They're basically the support crew for your neurons, providing everything they need to function correctly.
Oh, that's interesting. So
Yeah.
they're like the
You know,
pit crew of the brain, keeping everything running smoothly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Your neurons are like high-powered race cars, right?
Yeah,
But they can't run without a pit crew.
makes sense.
Glial cells are the pit crew making sure the neurons have fuel, maintenance, and a clear track to race on.
That's a really great analogy.
Thanks.
But, the research mentions there's actually several different types of glial cells. It's not
Yes.
just like a,
It's not a one-size-fits-all.
yeah, one-size-fits-all situation.
Yeah. It's a diverse family with some real specialists.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, like, what are the main types?
So you've got your astrocytes, your oligodendrocytes,
Okay.
microglia, and Schwann cells.
Okay, those are some
Yeah.
big words.
They are big words, but they're...
Really
Hold on.
cool cells.
Break it down for us. What do they all do?
Yeah. So let's start with astrocytes. These guys, they're like the multitasking superstars
Okay.
of the glial world. Not only do they help regulate neurotransmitters, which basically means they're making sure the right messages are being sent between neurons. Yeah.
But they also play a key role in building something called the blood-brain barrier.
The blood-brain barrier? What is that?
Yeah, so the blood-brain barrier, it's like a security checkpoint for your brain.
Okay.
It carefully controls what substances can pass from your bloodstream into your precious brain tissue.
Oh, so it's protecting the brain.
It is. It's absolutely essential for protecting your brain from toxins and infections.
Wow.
And you know who the master architects are of this blood-brain barrier?
I'm going to guess astrocytes.
You got it.
Interesting.
Astrocytes are helping to build and maintain that barrier.
So they're like the brain's bouncers.
Exactly. They decide who gets in and who stays out.
I love it. Okay, so we've got the astrocytes. What about these other specialists on the glial cell team?
Yeah, so we've also got oligodendrocytes
Right.
and Schwann cells. Now, these guys, they're the speed demons.
Oh,
They are responsible for creating something called myelin.
myelin.
Myelin, which is this fatty insulation
Oh, yeah.
that wraps around neurons.
Yeah, I remember learning about that.
Yeah.
In school. It helps signals travel faster.
It's exactly. It's like upgrading from dial-up to high-speed internet.
Right.
Without myelin, signals would just crawl through your brain, but with it, they zip along, making your thoughts and reactions lightning fast.
So these oligodendrocytes and Schwann cells, they're basically
But
making sure our brains don't lag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're keeping everything running smoothly and quickly.
Well, I like them already.
They're pretty great.
Okay, so what about microglia? What do they do?
So microglia, they're like the brain's own tiny immune system. They constantly patrol looking for signs of trouble.
Oh, wow.
Things like damaged cells infections or even just debris that needs cleaning up.
They're like little janitors.
They are. They're the cleanup crew and the first responders all in one.
It's amazing to think that all of this is happening in our brains right now.
It really is.
All these tiny little cells are working tirelessly to keep everything running smoothly. But what happens when things go wrong with the glial cells?
That's when we start to see problems. Oh, no.
Yeah, the research mentions some serious conditions that are linked to glial cell dysfunction.
Like what?
Well, one example is multiple sclerosis,
Okay.
which is where the immune system mistakenly attacks the myelin sheath,
Oh, no.
and that disrupts communication between neurons. And this can lead to a whole range of symptoms, from muscle weakness to vision problems.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is. Are there any other diseases that are linked to glial cells?
There are. The research also mentions gliomas, which are tumors that develop from glial cells.
Oh, wow.
And these can be incredibly difficult to treat because they originate in the very cells that are supposed to be protecting the brain.
So the protectors can become the problem.
Unfortunately, yes, it's a really complex issue.
Wow. This really highlights how essential these cells are for overall brain health.
Absolutely.
But where does all this new knowledge about glial cells lead us? Is there any hope for using this information to develop new treatments?
Absolutely. The more we learn about glial cells, the more we realize they could hold the key to treating a wide range of neurological disorders.
You mean like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's?
Exactly.
Hmm.
There's a growing body of research looking at how glial cells contribute to those diseases. Imagine if we could develop therapies that could either protect glial cells from damage or even encourage them to repair themselves.
Yeah.
It could be a game changer for millions of people.
That's incredible.
It is.
It sounds like the future of brain research is really focusing on these unsung heroes.
It is. We're only just beginning to understand the complexities of glial cells,
Mhm.
and every new discovery is opening up new possibilities for treatment and prevention.
So the big takeaway here is that glial cells are way more than just glue.
Right.
They are essential for everything from learning and memory to protecting our brains from disease.
They really are.
So next time you think about your brain,
Yeah.
remember to thank those hardworking glial cells.
And who knows what other secrets they hold.
Right.
The research is ongoing, and I suspect we'll be uncovering even more fascinating insights about these amazing cells in the years to come.
I can't wait. This has been an amazing deep dive, and I can't wait to see what we discover next.
Me too.
To all our listeners out there, stay curious, keep learning, and we'll see you on our next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.